Let's now talk about the muscle tissue. Yes, it is to be noted that the muscle tissue is very less sensitive to irradiation, unlike the lymphocyte tissues which we have talked about. They are very stable and very well developed. Our body has over 639 muscles which are designed in a very good way to provide flexibility and strength to the human body. So each muscle is made up of many long cylindrical fibers which are arranged in the parallel arrays. These fibers are composed of numerous fine fibrils called myofibrils. So we can moreover say that myofibrils are the unit of muscle tissue in us. Muscles are broadly of three types, namely the skeletal muscles, smooth muscles, and cardiac muscles. These three are the main types of muscles present in our body. Let's now talk about the skeletal muscle tissue. The skeletal muscle tissue is closely attached to the skeletal bones, just like you can see here. This is the characteristic illustration of skeletal muscle tissue. In a typical muscle, such as the biceps, which are the muscles of the arm, the striated skeletal muscle fiber are bundled together in a parallel fashion, just like you can see here. A sheath of tough connective tissue encloses several bundles of the muscle fiber. There is a sheath or covering that is made up of tough connective tissue that will enclose several bundles of muscle fiber and will hold them at one particular place so that they can work as part of a single muscle structure. The smooth muscle fibers taper at both ends, that is, they are fusiform in nature and they do not show characteristic striated pattern. So here we can see that they are tapering at both the ends. That is, the mid part is bulging and the terminal parts are shrunk slowly. Cell junctions hold them together and they are bundled together in a connective tissue sheath. So yes, there is tissue sheath at the smooth muscle tissue which hold the smooth muscle fibers in place, and also there are cell junctions present between the neighboring cells which are important for the cells to stay at one particular place and carry out their characteristic activity. The wall of internal organ such as blood vessels, the stomach, intestine contain this type of muscle fiber. So smooth muscle tissue is broadly present in the wall of internal body organs. Smooth muscles are involuntary as their functioning cannot be directly controlled. Just like we have talked about, the parts like stomach, blood vessels, and intestine are not in our control. They are automatically performing their functions. Once we ingest food and swallow, that automatically passes through the different part of alimentary canal, where successive stages of digestions, absorption, assimilation take place. So definitely the activity of the smooth muscle tissue cannot be directly controlled, and they are moreover involuntary in nature, unlike the biceps, which are the skeletal muscles and can directly be controlled as per our choice. Let's talk about the cardiac muscle now. The cardiac muscle tissue is a contractile tissue present only in the heart, and definitely you can observe striations in it, characteristic striation. Cell junctions fuse the plasma membrane of cardiac muscle cells and make them stick together. So a specialized type of cell junction is observed in these cells which make them stick together as their plasma membranes fuse. We know that very well. The heart has to beat up to 2 billion times in a lifetime without any break. So the cardiac muscles need to be very specialized, for as their activity is essential for healthy survival of a living multicellular body. So these cells are having excellent junctions, as which they are having the plasma membranes fused with each other. Let's now talk about the communication junctions. The communication junctions at some fusion points allow the cells to contract as a unit. So these junctions are very important for rapid conduction of an impulse and information, based on which the cells will contract at the same time for a particular action to occur. When one cell receives a signal to contract, its neighbors are also stimulated to contract. This is possible by specialized communication junctions.